Kick-Ass Career Changes. Just a little update. I'm going to be changing it to Kick-Ass Career Confidence because I am having a lot of people reach out that are feeling imposter syndrome or feeling this weight of perfectionism, and they're already on the job or not changing their careers or already have. So I want to be very inclusive. All right. So I am Tony Rosati. I am the founder of Impact and Identity, where we talk about all things confidence related and work related and wherever those intersect. Go ahead and find me on LinkedIn. I absolutely love having private conversations, especially about all this really deep stuff that we end up talking about on all of my different channels. And it's work, so you definitely don't want it out there in public when you're exposing your feelings and all of that. So any of the channels that I'm on, you are more than welcome to send out a private message and get the conversation or going with me or have a question answered. So here is my LinkedIn, and sorry, I'm my own producer. And the Facebook group is right here. All right. And this is what the Facebook group looks like. Pretty soon, it'll be saying confidence instead of changes. All right. You guys ready to dive into today? Because I have something super fun. I'm going to be telling you a story that happened just yesterday during a running mechanics evaluation. So let's get started in just a second. All right. Sweet. Okay, so I've been going to physical therapy. If you guys have been watching, you know a whole bunch of metaphors that I've used around that for our confidence and our careers. But yesterday, we finally got to move forward on improving my running. Now, I am no big star runner, but I would love to handle my asthma and be able to really get in several miles a week, or at least find it fun. Anyway, during this evaluation, she videotaped me running. By the way, it's Alpine Fitness in Boulder, and they're a rock star. If you're anywhere near there, go there. So Allie videotaped me, and then we talked about exactly what was going on with my feet and my hips and all of this stuff while I was running in order to improve how I was able to run and be able to run with less effort. Exactly. So her kind of formula that she gave me was excellent running is power plus stability. And in this evaluation, she said, look, your foot's pushing off like this. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of strength in your legs. But hey, look what's going on with your hips. You don't have a lot of stability. And that is dissipating all of the energy and making you work harder and harder and harder. Well, the first thing I thought of was, hey, didn't we have that problem of power and instability with our last president? So we had a good laugh. But later I was thinking about how power plus stability relates to confidence. And how our friends and other coaches tend to handle the different types of confidence. And so I wanted to go into that. Generally, I would think of comparison to power as being, hey, can I do this thing? Am I capable of that? Do I believe I can do this goal that I'm reaching for? And a lot of people just think about motivation, and they think as soon as they help you realize that you can do the thing that you want to do, that confidence is there and the work is done. But really, all of the juicy stuff I ended up putting under the stability category of this metaphor. So some of the things that people like our friends and our other coaches just don't dig into is something that would have to do with endurance. So that would be a question like, if I say yes to this goal, am I going to say yes to it every single day? If I stick with that idea for running, I I don't have the power to run a marathon, for example, and that's fine. I can build up to that, but do I have the endurance to even practice to build up to that? Like, almost no matter how much I want it, am I going to put in all of that effort? For me, the work related thing, I've always been a night owl. And when I say yes to a full time job, I worry about being there on time and not being tired or having the space to have my coffee before I need to like perform. So that endurance, that part of confidence would be something that I have personally experienced. Um, Another type of stability confidence would be worrying. So an example of that would be, uh, what do I have to give up in order to make this happen? So with a lot of my clients, uh, what they end up needing to give up in order to reach these very ambitious career goals is time with their family. And so, while that may not be a lack of confidence per se in our general way of thinking about it, it is a lack of being fully engaged, right? If we are dissipating our energy to all of these different places of our lives and not having that real clarity of, I am going to make this happen, then that is a place that we can build up and really be able to show up with our uh, true. I can't say power because that's part of the equation. To be able to show up fully authentically and with all of our strength and ease and fun uh, and that type of confidence. The last two are the deeper two. And so I'm rather expecting several comments to come in privately about these ones. So that would be judgment. So, am I going to take it in the right direction? And this happens all the time. So, I have been a product manager. I'm usually a user experience researcher. And being a woman in tech and already having eyes on me in that way, and even in a good company culture, it sort of stays with us. Worrying that I am actually choosing the right way to go for a company ends up being a bit of friction and can show up as a lack of confidence in my past, in your present, anything like that. And just having the motivation or the knowledge, hey, I can do this thing, doesn't mean that you fully embody and embrace that it is the exact right thing that you should do, that a company should do, the risk the team should take and go in that direction. So how do you lead if those doubts are causing all those speed bumps and holding you back? Obviously, something really fun for me to work on with my people. And the last one is fear. I don't see this talked about too often. So this might be just a personal thing for me. But uh, when I was growing up, and actually just recently, I worry that I will get some sort of rejection or be put on the outside, um, fired, let's say, for work. And I won't even see it happening. So I'll have some sort of transgression or, make the same joke I made in fifth grade that was inappropriate, and not be confronted, not have a chance to say, oh, I didn't realize it was like that. Let me change. Let's do this. This is what I meant. But just all of a sudden having the rug pulled out from under me and what I call not forgiven. Um, so I'm going to place that under this idea of fear. not exactly knowing what the future is that I'm moving towards or whom I'm working with, easily goes under this very emotion, like moment to moment category that I'm calling stability in this running formula metaphor. Unfortunately, we've got this whole like mental health instability, but that is absolutely not what I mean. Um, I hope this was helpful to realize that having confidence is a lot more than just knowing that you can do something, knowing that you're capable of doing something. It has everything to do with these quick fire things that happen in our mind, these things that weigh down our energy, the speed bumps that get in our way, and what they mean to us, and potentially how we are misinterpreting some of our emotional or physical cues, as well as some stories that we bring from previous jobs, from previous lives, not like real previous lives, but like when we were younger or high school or in a different job. I hope this was helpful. I can't wait to talk to you more. Again, this is the Facebook group, and I'd extra love to have you connect with me on LinkedIn. All right. See you next week.